Good morning. It's Harvey Jackson from Seed Grain Marketing. Just going to go through Sask crop conditions and a little bit of the weather. Um, what I want to point out is just the delay of the heat damage, and you're seeing some heat damage popping up in different areas already. It's a few days old, and we've had some heat since, so we expect to see this maybe expand in next week's report. Just looking at crop conditions, and it goes to the same dates here. So if there's any more damage, it's might have happened past us here, but we're seeing decreases in crop good to excellent scores in canola, wheat, barley, a little bit more significant. Same with lentils and durum. The heat is hitting. Uh, Here's a bigger map of just where the temperature is quite high, and it's going into the mid to high 30s in there, which is pretty extreme. Where the moisture's going to get laid in, it's going to get laid into Edmonton North, so okay for the Peace River, but there isn't a whole lot of moisture getting laid into a whole lot of crop area that's significant. The number of days above 32 degrees, I just pulled this from the Environment Canada website, and there's quite a few in this region. Now, we've got to recall where most of the canola and wheat is grown up here, but this heat is potentially damaging a fair bit of crop here. Soil moisture is on the decrease. Every map that every week I look at this, and your soil percent of soil moisture is going down as well on the drought model. The hazards outlook for the U.S. has expanded from a couple of days ago. It was just a small region here, but now it's expanded to a bigger region for these rapid onset drought risk. The active weather and where it's moving, you see that it is moving into Manitoba, where it's there probably still some need for there because we got shallow rooted plants. Rain here often is probably going to be quite helpful. So the WPC 7-day accumulated precipitation outlook. You can see that it's farther north, and some of this region is going to be missing. And the same with your European model and the GFS. Here's your temperature. You can see that it does cool off, but then as we get farther into the 7-day outlook, it starts to warm up again in a hole. Here's your 6 to 10, shows much the same thing, above and expanded regions around there. And your 8 to 14, still in this area, quite hot. And then your temperature outlook for the 3 to 4 weeks, still holding there, and equal chances that it's going to be a normal. Precipitation is below, so that's where this drought onset could be getting elevated here. As I took this screenshot, you could see that the canola is down $4 or near $4. Rapeseed was actually up a little bit. Soybean oil just a third of a penny down. Crude oil another half or 40 cents down a barrel, so we're down to 77.87. Soybeans down 6 cents. Milling wheat up, and your wheats are up slightly. Canadian dollars basically flat. Here's a few months outlook, and I think critical would be to hold this 38.2, which is your 660 level that we actually had recommendations on to get sales made there. We'll just see, how this is going to hold up. Here's a longer or zoomed in shorter term we did break through the 78.6, but if we can hold above there, that gives us a chance to get back to the 680 or above if that were to hold. European rapeseed up today, but it's trading in this range here between the 23.6 and the 38.2 support and resistance. Areas of concern, and there's basically a too wet versus too dry areas in Europe, and which is bringing down European rapeseed down to the 3.1 from the Mars, uh, uh, and down slightly in some of the Durham, yeah, actually down from the average 5 years. Here's just where European rapeseed is grown versus the map of where the relative moisture is. So good moisture versus east or west versus east, wet and dry. Canola or soybeans actually trading closer to the bottom end of the range, having trouble to get back through the 78.6 retracement value. So we'll have to wait and see how that's going to hold up. Here's your rapeseed priced in Canadian dollars minus the price of Canadian canola, and we've seen its high at seven or at just over $100. Now we're currently trading at $75 premium over the Canadian rapeseed price. So there's still something going on there as far as our product versus theirs. Wheat here is your spring wheat, and it's in that same kind of funk that we're seeing that the soybeans are in. They're in that 78.6 retracement value, so quite low in the bottom end of the range, but at least a little bit higher than what we're seeing in the red winter. It still seems to be downward sloping here. Milling wheat a little higher, above the 78.6, trading in the 61.8 retracement value. So if it can continue to hold there while harvest is happening, we'll see if that can add some support to some of the milling classes in North America. Here's how that spread trade is. We got in around this 25 cents, and we had a few clients get out at the 50, and we'll see how that's going to play out. There's still a few that are still holding on to some positions to maybe get out at 80 cents. So we'll see how that's going to work out. Canadian dollar, since the announcement and prior to the announcement, we've been trading all the way down to some of its kind of support levels, and longer term support is around that 72 cents. But we'll see how that actually looks. That same support line going back, we don't go below it very often, and we did trade well below it back in the early 2000s, but just to see how the last current history where the Canadian dollar trades. So we're trying to maybe break through here. If we do break through here, we'll either look for a quick recovery back, or there's got to be something significant to keep us down here. So that's actually supporting canola. That's all I have for you today.